What's up, Joe? Aha. Ono na-aṅụkwa ngwọ. Orimiri kasị mmụọ mmiri zuru ego o siri nwa mama. Yes. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faith. Where we encourage us to live our life and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth. And I personally encouraging you to enjoy your life wherever you are, in the city, in the village, wherever you are, wherever you find yourself, try to mind your own happiness. Make yourself happy. Okay? I'm sharing with us what I titled Under Their Control. Under their control. Under their command. Under their influence. Under their control. So when I'm talking about there, like the there, or who am I talking about? Who are we under their control? Before I say it, let me read a place in the Bible and see if you can figure it out yourself before I say that. So you check whether I agree with you or not. In Revelation, welcome to Bible study. Revelation chapter 6, verse 2. It said, And I looked, and behold, a white horse. Say, and I look, I behold, a white horse. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. I saw a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow. He and a crown was given to him. Then he went out conquering and to conquer. So when I say I'm under their control, I'm talking about white people. We are under the control of the white people, our slave masters. Whether they are Arabs or Europeans, we are still under their control because they gave us God, they gave us religion, they gave us their holy book, they gave us their lives to keep us under their control through the fear of God and the faith in God. And when you have the fear of God and faith in God, you demote yourself, you hate yourself, you see yourself as useless without that God. You see yourself as unworthy. You see yourself as nothing to write home about. You don't see yourself doing anything but believing the lies they told you. That's why when they stop Africans from building, they made them believe there is a mansion built for them in heaven or being prepared for them in heaven. The people that used to build mansions were stopped from building mansions. Then they were given the belief, the idea that there is a God who so much loved them and care about them, that that God is preparing a mansion, a place for them in imaginary heaven. And you see many blacks today, many Africans still believing that lie. Even the word in King James Version will teach you that it's a lie. He said, in my father's house, not in my father's kingdom, not in my father's world. He said, in my father's house are many mansions. You cannot build a mansion inside a house. You cannot build a mansion inside a house. But you know, that's why they use other translations to change those things, because they find that they mess up. It's a story. That God does not exist. That heaven does not exist. That mansion does not exist. The heaven that exists, the mansion that exists, the God that exists is the one we made up, because we are greater than God. So these people, white people, the Arabs, the Europeans, they went out conquering, and they conquered us through religions. That's after they defeated us physically with cannon. You know, they came with weapons of war to fight against us. We didn't have weapons of war. We have weapons of hunting. We were only killing animals. We weren't killing one another. We weren't enslaving one another. We only domesticating animals. But they came. They, they invaded us, then began to tie us down as we used to tie our animals, begin to maltreat us, uh, even when we never maltreat our animals, but they were killing us as we used to kill our animals. They were doing all those evil to us, and they conquered. Then, after they physically dealt with us, they find out that no matter how they chain us down as animals, no matter how they tie us down as animals, no matter how they use us as animals, we are still trying to escape. We can't stay in their plantation forever. We can't stay under them forever. They say we must chain them down. They found that the physical chain could not hold us down. We break it. We try to run away by all means. Then they come up with religion. Because they feel these people are so strong. We need something to make them keep themselves down. Because sometimes they see some of our ancestors exhibiting some powers they never imagined. So they started killing those in charge of those powers, using their own brethren to do that by force. Then they introduced religion. Religion is older than God. So for those of you that say you're practicing African religion and saying your ancestors believe in God before white men came, somehow you don't know what you're talking about, because your ancestors did not have God. They weren't worshiping any one God, saying that this God is our God, this God created us. Mm-mm. It came afterwards. Religion is what forced them to begin to believe in one God, worship one God. Instead of how they were seeing their ancestors in their spirituality as gods and goddesses that they stay communicating with, but is communicating with themselves, because they are one with their ancestors. So the Arabs and Europeans, they came conquering. They dealt with us, they destroy us because they are the thief that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But there's this story they made up. They made it up, okay, about Emperor Constantine. Do you notice that any European that succeeded in conquering Africans, they attach great to their name? When Alexander the Greek defeated Africans, they call him Alexander the Great. If you Google Constantine also, because they use him also to defeat Africans, they tag him Constantine the Great. White men are only great when they deal with black people, and they're still going on till today. Even without black people, they are not there. They don't know what is called greatness. They don't know nothing. We gave them science, we gave them mathematics, we gave them alphabet, we gave them medicine, we gave them everything they are enjoying today. But what did they give us in return? They gave us religions. They gave us gods. They gave us books. They gave us institutions to make us good slaves or to keep us in slavery. And many of us don't care to know this because they are busy fighting to make ends, make ends meet or have bread to eat. So people that are distracted with, oh, I'm hungry, I need food. We are telling them to build what? Build what? Invent what? No, I want food. Okay, I want money. Give me money. I make money, I build a house. That's it. I make money, I can make money there. I cannot make money here. I cannot make money in my land. I can make money over there in abroad, but not in our land. So they conquered us through religions, or you can call it slavery. That's how they conquer us, because religion is mental slavery. They make us begin to believe there is God in heaven. There is higher power over us. And building mansion for us there with a street made of gold, river of life, tree of life, blah, 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 blah. No more pain there, no more death there, no woman there, unless you kill yourself as a Muslim, in Islam and in Christianity. So they said, if you check the story of Constantine, they said one day him and his army, they saw this sign in the vision. You know, some will tell you Constantine saw it. Then another one will tell you Constantine and his army, they saw it. You know, just as the same way they give you the story of Saul, Paul in the Bible. They will tell you one time it was only Paul that had a voice. Now again, is there another place that says that Paul and the people traveling with him had a voice? Because it's a story, so they're bound to be contradictions. So they said here that's their Latin. In hoc signo vinces, which means in English, in these signs thou shalt conquer. In this sign you will conquer. And that sign happened to be sword, which they say is a cross. Okay, cross is this. This is cross. This is not cross. This is sword. The cross of Christ. The cross is the sword. It has nothing to do with cross. It's not death. Through cross is represent death. This is it. When you see the skull with this cross under it, you know it's talking about death, right? Dangerous, deadly stuff. That's where you see it. You say, let me put this, okay. You see my head on top of it. Yeah, that's death. And death is great. Death is not evil. Don't fear death. That's how they keep us under control. We can't fight because we are afraid of dying. We don't want to die. I don't want to die and leave my wife. I don't want to die and leave my children. I don't want to die and leave my money. I don't want to die and leave my house. But you still die. Or die be die. But cross is this. This is cross. The cross where they say Christ was crucified. No, it were black people that were crucified. They killed us with the sword. Jesus never existed. We do. And the killer history has that to tell you if you can do your own research. They said they saw a cross of light in the sky. A cross of light in the sky. That cross, they destroy us and give us God in the sky, give us mansion in the sky. A cross of light in the sky. That is the sword. That sword is what they call cross. And you see Africans today wearing it. You know, when I told you about my co-worker from my tribe, a Christian, right? So when he saw that I'm against Jesus Christ, against Christianity. So the first time he saw me wearing this to work, he said, see, you are hypocrites. You are against Christianity, against Christ, and you are wearing the cross. I laugh out loud. I said, this is not cross. This is Ankh. This is where they copied what you call cross. But in reality, it is sword you have. This is Ankh. Ankh of life. The concept that our ancient ancestors had. Cross is not for death. Cross is for destruction. I mean, the cross of Christ is a sword. That's why it is in their book, Luke chapter 12, 51 to 53. He said, do not think I come to bring peace. He said, no, I come to bring division. He said, now I will turn a father against his children against him, mother against his daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law against his mother-in-law. And that is the Christ you are following, calling him the king of peace or prince of peace. What? You are not listening to the guy in your book. He said, I came to bring division, not peace. He said, no, receive Christ, you will receive peace. Where Jesus is. No. Oh, the same guy tell you, oh, my peace I give to you. Which your peace? He has no peace. He comes to bring division. That's why I said he was not sent to you, Africans. He was not sent to you, black people. He was sent to the lordship of the house of Israel. We are not sheep to become lost sheep. Lost sheep. We are not. We are human beings. They are the one that are sheep. They have the same DNA with animals. We are not. We are the real human beings. We are not lost. We are in our land before they came. We weren't wandering around or living in a cave like them. They were the one that were lost in the cave. Then when they came out of the cave, they began to kill, they began to steal, they began to destroy us. He said he did not come to bring peace. He came to bring division. Yet you see many Africans believing he's the Prince of Peace. Oh, since I have Jesus, I have peace in me. I feel Jesus in my heart. Stupid people. He said for you to be his disciple, you must hate your father, hate your mother, hate your siblings, hate yourself. That is Jesus. White supremacy. For you to be accepted by the white people, for you to be accepted by the Arabs, for you to be accepted by the Europeans as African, you must hate yourself, hate your family. It's a must. Because that's what they came to divide us and destroy us. It is the sword of Judaism. It is the sword of Christianity. It is the sword of Islam. They gave us this sword, sword of colonialism, sword of slavery. The government we have, that is part of the sword they use to conquer us. He said conquering and to conquer. Conquering with canon and to conquer with religion, mental slavery. We are under their control, whether you like it or not. You can argue all you want. I'm a doctor. I'm a professor. I'm rich. You are still a slave doctor, a slave professor, a slave rich man. You are still a slave. We are in their system together. No matter your rank, you are not different from me. Brethren, we need to wake up. Because we are under their control, they conquered us. We are their conquered slaves. We are serving them. They are our masters. So, what did they write in the book they gave to you? They say, slaves, obey. Our ancestors weren't obeying anyone. They were prudent, building. They were wise builders, inventing things, building things, and living humanly, having everything they need without needing any external help, without needing any United Nations assistance, without needing any UK assistance, without needing any American assistance, without needing any China assistance. They were satisfied with themselves and the nature. They need no any external force for anything. They want to build, they talk to themselves, they build. Not enslaving one another, not selling one another. They had no prison, they have no senior home. They were living as people, having family. So they said, slaves, obey. When you read Matthew chapter 5, many of you still are reading, but you don't get it. I don't blame you, because when I was a Christian, I don't get it. It's now that I'm getting it. Whenever I read it, any part of the Bible I read, I get it now because I'm reading it with my brain working. But when I was a Christian minister, I was reading it with my with my brain dead, reading by faith. Oh, God killed millions of people. Yeah, God is good. Yeah, it's good. He killed them. It was because of their sin. They were evil. God is good. Bullshit. But it says slaves obey. So let me walk through some of them before I close. When they say slaves obey, it's talking to Africans. They conquered us. We are their slaves. So they expect us to obey, not to question. They expect us to obey, not to research. They expect us to obey, whether we like it or not. First thing he said, keep the commandments. Yeah, when you read it, I think, is it from verse 17? Jesus said in that place, he said that he did not come to destroy the law, but to do what? To fulfill it. He said, he that keep, that maybe fail, the person will be damned or something like that. So they want you to keep the commandment written in the book, not for you to use your brain. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. You shall meditate therein day and night, that you may observe to do what is written therein. Then you will do what? You will prosper and have good success. If you don't keep the commandments, we will deal with you. You will not succeed, no matter what you try to build. No, the commandment was given, the commandments was given to keep you from using your brain. Then they gave you the commandments in the book, and one of the things he tell you, said, don't get angry. He said that he tell you, thou shalt not kill. But I say to you, do not, whoever get angry at his brother and say raka is going to hell. Excuse me? You don't get, if you know what that place is telling you, that's why they don't want you to get angry at your brethren who are serving their aim, who are serving their purpose, who is carrying on their propaganda, who is teaching you to worship white God, who is teaching you to worship white Jesus, who is teaching you to obey the God of Israel, who is teaching you to obey what is written in the Holy Book. They say, no, you should not get angry with them. Just see them as your brethren. They are there as ministers of God. They are doing their job. All you have to do is obey, because you're a slave. So do not get angry with your brother, because if you do, is considered murder. It's the same thing with killing somebody. And we believe that. Our people believe that. Oh, the word you tell me is it's like you killed me. No, it's not. Actual murder and thinking that it's not the same thing. It's not. The word I said to you is not meant to kill you. That you don't like it doesn't mean I hate you or doesn't mean I kill you. No, I'm provoking you to think for yourself. So they don't want us to be angry at our brethren who are in Abrahamic religions. We want to let it. No, we're supposed to be angry angry at your brother who is serving the white man against our own freedom, against our own sources, against ourselves, waking up and wising up and uniting to free ourselves. What else? He said, don't look at a woman. Oh man. That's another thing. Because they find out that in African family structure, the man and the woman are equal. Women were not under men in African family structure. They are equal. That's why they had sex together to bring forth. You get that? So, but they say that, oh, they tell you thou shalt not commit adultery. But I tell you, whoever look at a woman and lust after her in the heart, that person has committed adultery. You know? We like looking at a woman is not lost. It means we appreciate them. Yes, that's why they are our women, and we are their men. They are not our wives, and we are not their husbands. That's slavery. Slavery give you husband and wife. Somebody asked me, but you're married. I said, do you want me to marry more? With the knowledge I have, it is hard for any woman to agree with me. It is hard. Because when they're looking for God-fearing man, I'm not a God-fearing man. And you know what that means. You cannot mention God at my hearing and I keep quiet. You cannot. I was trying to hook up with this lady. So she's in another state. I was here. So she be like, okay, she liked me, but no religion. We should, since I say I'm African, I'm not a God-fearing man. We shouldn't, like talk about religion. I said, okay, I can deal with that. We haven't met. We're just talking. Then one day I called. She didn't pick up. Then later she picked up. She said, oh, I was in prayer line with my pastor. Now you say we shouldn't talk about religion. Now that killed it. Now he opens that door and I begin to tell her how stupid, how useless it is for you to be wasting your time in prayer. I begin to show her, look at your condition, look at how you are, what you have went through in your past relationship, and you are still talking about prayer, God. Oh, she said, you are the devil. I will keep praying for you. I said, no, that's bullshit, and that's it. I tell people when I was a Christian, I was fucking a woman in there because I'm looking for God-fearing men. Check their status or whatever they put on when you go to all these dating sites. What they put, I look somebody a God-fearing man, somebody blah blah. And one of the things that we ask you, do you go to church? What religion do you belong? They want to know that if you are not a Muslim, Muslim women are not fucking with you. If you're not a Christian, Christian women are not fucking with you. If you're not a Jew, Jewish women are not fucking with you. And that is the division they brought. They tell you, do not look at a woman. You see, many people, even some of our people that claim to be awakened, some of them are getting upset at the pictures I'm using sexy women pictures to make my post. They be like, what is this man conveying? The word you say, how about the picture? What message is he sending? I said, the same message you have in your mind. That's what he's sending. He's telling you, look, and you like it. But your religious belief will tell you, no, don't look at it. No. It's destruction. Women will bring you down. Women will destroy you. No, it's not. It is God. It is religion. It is Jesus that will destroy you. It is Bible. It's Quran. It's Torah that will destroy you. Women don't destroy men, and men don't destroy women, except you are in white supremacy system that we have. And many of us are living there. Then also said, have one wife. He said that he that divorced his wife and marry another committed adultery. That's bullshit. Number one, that place is not even talking about like actual divorce. It's talking about separation. Like if you separate your wife without having divorce certificate, if you marry another person, that's adultery. That's but why are you demanding for me to have divorce certificate when I don't have marriage certificate? There's no marriage certificate in the Bible. No marriage certificate. No. All they have is, okay, if there is bring proof of virginity. And when that proof of virginity is not there, the woman must be stoned to death at his father's house. That is the word. But to divorce, yeah, you separate first, then you bring certificate of divorce, which the elders of the city, that's the rulers of the city, will give to you. Then you will present it in case if you marry another woman or you want to marry another woman to convince her that you are divorced, that you can marry her, you have to show her the certificate. Then they tell you, have one wife. Wife is a slave. We were having polygyny, man having multiple women, which is what is natural. In nature, that is natural. You say, what about a woman who want to have multiple men? If she can handle them, no problem. Her body will tell her. You know, if you unless you never fuck your woman before well, but if you fuck your woman well, she will tell you her body they prepare her. It hot, it hurts. Sometimes they don't work normal for sometimes. Have you done that? If you haven't done that, maybe you don't know how to do it. I've done that multiple times. I'm African. But you see, the first monogamy for all men against the polygyny we had. Or you say polygamy, okay, polyandry, one woman having multiple men. There's nothing wrong about that if it is their culture, if it is their tradition. Nothing wrong. There's the places where you see many women more than men, and where there's a place you see many men more than women. So it depends. So if one woman can have multiple men and they maintain good, great life, there's no problem about that. But we have it in our mind, both of you that say you belong to African spirituality and the Abrahamic religion. You have it. No, 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 no. It is one man. It's not true. Learn it from among animals too. Some animals you can see one man, one animal, one male among multiple female, and somewhere you can see one female among multiple men. Some of you have seen the video also. They understand that they don't want you to have what is natural. That's why they gave you this to put you under their control. So now what is natural is now against their commandments. So they say, no, you shall not have more than one wife. You shall not. They also say that for you to serve their God, you have to celibate. You don't have to have any woman, no sex, nothing. You have to celibate forever, which is evil, forbidding people to have sex, forbidding people to live as human beings. How about don't swear? Do you know why they tell you don't swear? Say do not swear with anything in heaven anywhere. Because that is only where you can take revenge. When somebody kill your parents, when somebody stole from you, when somebody did bad thing to you, you swear, I must deal with this person. I must find out the solution. I mean, who did this? And I must deal with the person. They say, no, do not swear. Do not swear. What is wrong with that? You're telling me do not swear, but you want me to be praying in the name of God, in the name of Jesus? Huh? You're telling me do not swear. Because they don't want you to take revenge. They don't want you to take revenge. They say, do not swear. Don't worry, don't swear. Leave everything in the hand of God. God will. No, you have to swear. You have to swear to find out why you are suffering. Swear to revenge. Whoever is responsible, you must deal with that person. It's called fairness. They want you to not revenge. And also they want you to turn the other cheek to keep you under control. That's why we are under their control. We are turning the other cheek. He said, if they slap you on this cheek, turn the other one. The same Jesus that said that in the Bible, the day he was slapped, he did not turn the other cheek. He said, man, come on, what did I do now? Why are you slapping me? But they tell you, the same Jesus said that when they slap you on this cheek, turn the other one. And that's why you see evil people, corrupt politicians ruling and ruining our lives because we are turning the other cheeks. We have replaced fairness with forgiveness, not knowing that forgiveness supports injustice. The reason why you see injustice multiplying in our land, the crime multiplying in our land, because of forgiveness. Forgive your enemies. Forgive those who offend you. You keep promoting whatever they did. That's what you are doing when you preach forgiveness. Some even tell you to forgive yourself. Bullshit. Oh, forgive yourself. You know, when you forgive those who offend you, even when they don't ask for forgiveness, forgive them. You are helping yourself with that. That's bullshit. That's stupidity. I don't need any form of forgiveness. All I need is fairness. It's called balance. Okay. So they also tell you to love your enemies and pray for them. Good slaves. Is it not what we are doing? We are loving our enemies and we are praying for them. You see the war going on in Ukraine. Africans are praying for Ukrainians or praying for them. They are praying. Stupid people. But you have been suffering. What is happening in Ukraine is little thing compared to what is happening in Africa daily since you were born. You know how you are suffering. You know why you are not living in your village. You know the poverty in your family. But you are praying for them. You are loving them. The people that put you in that situation. Say, love your enemies and pray for them. How about this one? They tell you to judge not, condemn not, but believe only. Believe. Do not judge. Do not condemn. If you judge, you'll be judged. If you condemn, you'll be condemned. Yeah, of course. We all judge. That's why we have our brain. That's the part of the work of brain to judge, so that you come up with good judgment. It is part of being wise. It is part of being prudent. It's part of saying that you are matured, you are no longer a kid, and you are better than whatever they said or wrote. You can think for yourself and come up with good judgment, sound judgment, that whoever look at it will say, yes, you are a wise person. You are no longer a kid. His kids, you say, do not judge. Slaves, do not judge. But free men judge. Like I judge daily. I judge everything. I judge what I hear. I judge what I see. I judge what people say. I judge what people do. Then I make my decision and I stand by it. They don't want you to judge. They don't want you to condemn, because if you judge, you will condemn them for the evil they did to us. But they want you to keep believing. One God made all of us. We are going to heaven. God will judge. Don't worry. Don't worry. You know, God will judge that person. Oh, but they built courts where they are judging people who committed what they call crime. So why are you telling now, when somebody is like a mafia who is killing people in the community, you say that don't worry, God will judge him. God will deal with it when his time comes. What time are you talking about? The time is supposed to be when you know what that person is doing. Then you bring that person to judgment. You judge that person and you condemn that person. Listen, you are killing other people or you are stealing from other people. It's wrong. But why is it always it is the poor you always get, but the rich always get away with it? The rich can buy lawyers, the poor cannot. So the poor are the one that is being locked up in prison, not the rich. You see the the son of a rich man commit crime, they will fly them abroad. Don't you know, so there are some rich men's children who committed crime. They are not in the prison. Somebody else is in the prison. They're telling you they're in the prison. No, they're in abroad. You think that they are, you don't know, many of you don't even know the system going on. I know this bishop in Anambra State. His son was into a cult from university. So I think they committed what they killed somebody and they were declared wanted. That bishop had to fly his son to abroad. Because they don't know if you just escape like that, okay, then they can handle the issue. You know, they are connected now. The bishops, all those religious leaders, they are connected with the judges. The judges attend their church. So there's okay. Okay, they don't have to fix it. And that's it. They keep us under their control through fear and the faith. We need knowledge, the knowledge of factual truth. We need knowledge and the truth to free ourselves. And when you get that knowledge of factual truth, you need to be bold about it so that you can wake other people's up. If you are waking, Wake up, especially those people who are still sleepwalking, who claim to be awakened, but they're still holding on to beliefs, holding on to faith, having fear. They need to be awakened also. You wake them up. Don't turn the other way. Wake them up. Both people that are deeply asleep and people that partially asleep. The people that are partially asleep, they are even the hardest one. Because those ones that are asleep, you know they're asleep. But these ones, you find out, okay, this one say they're waking, but if you can see what they're saying, you'll find out, no. He's not that wide awake. Because once you are wide awake, you will never go back to sleep again. So when you know or have the knowledge of factual truth, you have to be bold about it, spread it, and practice it. Let them see that you are serious. Let your parents, your siblings, your children, or whoever is related to you, let them know where you stand. You say there is no God, there is no God. Be bold about it. Use everything that is happening around them to show them. They are sick. You say, okay, where is your God? Oh no, God, use doctor. No. It's supposed to be they will lay hands on you, you will recover. Call your pastor. Call your brothers and sisters. He said, pray for one another so that you'll be forgiven and that you may be healed. Anoint them with oil, they'll be healed. Not going to doctor, not going to hospital. So try to use everything happening around to wake our people up and calling on us. We are still under their control. That's a fact. You cannot dispute what I just said. We are still under the control of the Arabs and the Europeans, and they keep us sedated or they keep us good slaves through the religions of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. We are the one that will free ourselves. For those of you that say that, there is what God cannot do does not exist. God did not keep me in Christianity. I'm no longer a Christian. I was a Christian and a Christian minister at that, anointed man of God, reverend man of God, bishop. I had my own church. I was an evangelist. There is nothing you are doing as a believer that I have not done even more because I was genuine. When you see genuine people in Abrahamic religions, they are very zealous. But to have zeal without knowledge is not good, according to their book. So you need the knowledge of factual truth. And when you acquire that knowledge of factual truth, don't hide it. Don't keep mouth shut. No, begin to be bold about it. It is time you stand, be bold in humanity, not humility. Religion wants you to be humbled. No, but factual truth wants you to be human. It's better to be human than humble. It's focused on humanity, not on humility, not on spirituality, not on divinity, but humanity, which is natural. Trash Abrahamic religions, trash God, trash Jesus, trash religion, and live humanly. God,